What is perfection mindset? Check. Well, we're going to draw it out in a diagram. This is the brain. We have the limbic system here. Okay. I'm going to pretend, well, the limbic system is right here. This is the reactive auditory system, okay? The RAS brain. Reactive auditory system brain. Okay. All our senses connect to this. We got the eyeballs here, connects to that. We have the ears, it connects to that. We have the mouth, okay, connects to that. We have eyes, ears, taste, feel. We have emotion, we'll call it the heart, okay, connects to that. And it's the 5 aggregates, they call it. The eyes, the mouth, the ears, the emotions. Smell. Here's the nose right here. Okay. It's called the 5 aggregates, or the 5 input systems. Right? Just like your phone, there's an input system, volume. Right? Just like a receiver, a computer, there's input systems, audio, video. Right? Input goes in, or output comes out. Right? Output is the butthole at this point. Okay, I'm making a joke out of that. But when we see, smell, taste, hear, and feel, it becomes a memory. Okay, that becomes the reactive auditory system. It's a part of it now. Okay, this memory and this reactive auditory system, they work together. So it sends an emotion. That emotion for you to react. React. So when you think back into that moment right now of you wanting to edit that photo, you would never edit the photo without a emotion. This is the ecosystem of how we this is one of the ecosystem on how it creates a action. It drives the whole world like this. The emotion creates an action, right? That's why when things are logical, we use the prefrontal cortex, the top part of our brain, the prefrontal cortex. Okay, it's the logical brain. That's why we don't take action, because there's no emotion. Emotion drives us, right? Oh my God, I gotta do this. Oh my God, there's a gunshot, I gotta run. Oh my God, there's a bomb, I'm gonna run. Oh my God, I gotta, if I don't finish this task or this homework, I'm gonna get an F. Fear. Emotion drives us, right? So when you ask the question, what is perfection brain? Well, if we can understand how this works, we can understand where to stop things, okay? Now I'm going to draw... So let's just answer this question on a theoretic basis right now. The emotion, the perfection brain, still is part of the reactive auditory system. It sends an emotion automatically for you to create an action. And the perfection, I guess you can say right now, is the RAS brain that sends an emotion for an action. Now, we do what we call the loop. Okay, well, actually, no, that's a different concept. So this is what the perfection brain is right now. The reactive brain sends an emotion for you to do an action. And you're stuck in this cycle. I'm gonna draw 2 arrows. It's a cycle, it's a looping now. Loop. I'm looping. It's looping. Hey, it's sending the emotions constantly for you to create this action until it is done. But when we don't have a goal of how it's supposed to look, we never finish. We keep changing. We keep changing. Have you ever worked on a flyer or designed something and you just never stopped because you just kept going and then you got tired and you gave up? It's because you never had a goal in mind, so you never got it done, so it never finished. So this is maybe what maybe perfection brain is. It's catching ourselves when we feel that emotion and we're about to make the action and we go, no, fuck that. That's a mindfulness practice here. I'm mindful that I just felt an emotion, but I'm going to stop for 10 minutes just to think about it. Huh, interesting. Why did I feel that? Interesting. I just felt that. Huh. Wow, where did it come from? Well, it came from the reactive auditory brain. Well, what memory did it come from? What memory is it? Wow, maybe it's because, it's fear of judgment maybe from others. Fear of judgment from others, fear of judgment of ourselves, right? Let's write that down. I'm just meditating right now as we speak. Fear of judgment, right? Maybe so that's something I thought about right now while I was meditating. I felt everything. I was like, oh, maybe it's a fear of judgment from what people think about what my logo is going to look like, or my design is going to look like, what my photo is going to look like, or what my whatever idea is going to look like. It could be, maybe it's that. I don't know. Or you know what? Maybe it's just 5% of that. What's the other 95%? This is the beautiful part about life is we could get so much answer in this little pocket right here, this little niche right here. It's amazing. And the more we know ourselves here now, because we're working backwards now, right? We're reverse engineering the brain. The 5%, it is fear of judgment, simply. And it's self-judgment too. Right? It could be another 5% or 10%, whatever. I don't know the statistic, the true number. But everything in our entire life that we've encountered for me is 35 years, because I'm 35 years old now. The last 35 years, everything that was intaked into here, eyes, nose, taste, hear, and feel, it becomes our reactive system. And at 35 years, all those memories, memory 1, memory 2, memory 3, memory 4, memory 5, 6, 7, 9, 1,000, whatever. All this compiles subconsciously. That's why they call us a supercomputer. The brain is a supercomputer because compiles all this in a matter of nanoseconds. That's amazing. You see how amazing the brain is? It's so powerful, it controls us. But when we realize this is happening, you know the movie Matrix? When Neo gets shot and all 10 bullets are coming at him? Do you know what that scene is trying to say? That one scene, huh?
We're in control.
No, that one scene, all those bullets coming at him, each bullet, I'm drawing little dots. Each bullet resembles emotion, thought, fear. I don't write other stuff yet because it gets confusing. But whenever we feel all these emotions coming through, each of those bullets, you see it now. You go, wow. You can see it in yourself. It's about to happen. But the moment you hit a stop to it, those are the bullets that stop there. And when the bullets stop, you could say, go here, go there, go there, go here, drop. You can control it. Now you're in control of your own brain. In one of my other YouTube videos, I talk about the 4 pillars of our body's ecosystem. You want to take a picture of this? I know there's a lot of Hebrew on here, but it might resonate with you in somehow, some way. I'm going to draw another diagram. I call the 4 pillars here of the brain's ecosystem. We'll draw another brain. Okay. This is what happens, okay? This is a higher panoramic view of what we just drew. Input system, memory, emotion, action, reaction. Okay, that is the 4 pillars of our entire life's ecosystem in the brain and the body and everything. You got to understand, something comes in, something stores, then the storer becomes, there's a motor, which is to react the RAS brain again. Then it sends an emotion for you to react. If we understand that this is constantly happening in our lives, when do we control our lives? I'm going to say, out of 100%, we probably get to control our lives 0.5%. And that's why they say we only use 10% of the brain. If we're lucky. I think we're using 5. Maybe less. Every day. So how do we use 15% of our brains to 20% of our brains to 80%? If we're only constantly reusing the limbic system, right? The limbic system, when do we use other parts of our brain, right? The 20% here, the 30% there, the 15% there, the 10% here, the 5% and 5% and 6%, whatever. Instead of just 10% there. Now, when the reactive auditory system brain sends an emotion and you stop it here before it becomes an action, your reactive auditory system brain is going to go, yo, you need to do something. It's telling you, it's telling your system. And it's sending an emotion now called discomfort. Or in the spiritual world, unpleasant. Unpleasant. Now, when you're sitting there and you're feeling this emotion, if you can stop this moment here before you react or say something to somebody back, you feel uncomfortable. We call it awkward. Okay. Whenever the reactive auditory brain sends an emotion and you don't respond, in today's world, in the matrix realm, we call it, that guy's awkward. That girl's awkward. This person's awkward. Awkward just means that we're not comfortable in silence in this moment. Because why? Because the reactive auditory system brain says, say something. Do something. But when we don't do anything and we're just in peace and quiet and just mindful in this moment here, we call it, mindfulness awareness in this moment. Let's draw a little arrow coming out. We're mindful that the reactive brain is sending an emotion and we're feeling this emotion and we're mindful of that. People call it awkward. Hey, say something. No, I have nothing to say to you. I tell people sometimes, you see me, I don't respond to some people. It's not that because I'm being, people might project it as rude because they've been taught that it's rude if you don't respond. For me, I don't have that rule or conditioning in my brain anymore. It's emptied. I already emptied that cup. So when I empty that cup, it means I don't have that emotion that it's rude. I don't think it's rude. I think, in fact, it's more respectable. And right now, in that moment, when I don't respond to someone, I'm aware that the brain is sending discomfort and unpleasant feeling for me to create an action. But this is how we start accessing this part of the brain that we don't use. You ready? Here's the punchline. When you don't react to an emotion, you feel discomfort and unpleasant feelings so that you can create a reaction. But if you don't, the reactive brain will now go here, 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 here. Because it's trying to find something for you to react to. It's accessing other brains areas, other neural pathways. Neuruo or something, pathways. It's accessing other neural pathways in our brain that we normally don't use because it's constantly living in this center only. So when we don't react, when we feel the emotions and we stay with the emotions and don't react, no action, the brain starts to move. The reactive auditory brain, that's a survival brain, starts to access other neural pathways. What's happening here? What is happening in this moment is self-liberation. Ultimate truth. I don't want to write that word because it's going to sound confusing. Let's just use the matrix terms here. Self-liberation and ultimate truth. Are you getting this 5%, 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%? Did I lose you already?
Understanding?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say.
No, I think I understand it.
Okay, you understand the theory of it right now so far, right? So the question is, how do we practice this? And it's using mindfulness awareness constantly. Well, here's the thing. You can't just pick up 100-pound weights and curl it 100 times. You gotta start curling 20 pounds, 10 pounds first, 3 pounds first, 5 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, and then move your way up to 100. And so my point is, just check in with yourself once a day for maybe 2 minutes. I'm just giving a simple exercise, and life is about creating simple exercises for ourselves. We can't start a business and work 8 hours because that's what everybody tries to do. That's why they never start, because the perfection brain has held them hostage to this idea. And you're like, oh no, I need to make time. So we use these terminologies such as, I don't have time to do that. Because the brain has anticipated that you need 8 hours to start a business for five days a week. But in one of my podcasts, when I was being interviewed, I said, no, you just need 10 minutes a day. People were like, well, what do you mean? How do you start a business with 10 minutes a day? I said, it's not about the action of starting a business. I said, it's about creating the habit of doing that one thing every day for just 10 minutes or 2 minutes, or checking in, being mindful 1 time a day. How am I feeling? What see, and what memory did it trigger? And just staying with that, like, oh wow, interesting. Just this 2 point. How am I feeling right now? Wow, I'm feeling a little anxious. I'm feeling a little bit happy. I'm feeling excitement. I'm feeling a little bit of uncertainty. Okay, fine. Sit with it. Oh. Okay. Next. How am I, what did I just hear? I'm hearing water. The sound of water. Interesting. Okay. But if we never learn to check into those 5 senses, what did I just smell? Wow, I just smell my own breath. It smells like pork. And chicken pot pie. Wow. We're not here. When we don't check into our 5 senses, we're not present. We're not here. But like I said, just check in once a day first. Next week, check in 2 times a day. Next day after that, 3 times. Next day after that, 4 times. Got a little hard? You forgot to? No big deal. Try 4 times again tomorrow. Oh shit. You forgot to again? Don't beat yourself up. Try 4 times again the 3rd day. Oh, wow. I got 4 times. Beautiful. 5 times. It's exercising this part of the mindfulness brain. Okay, well, I'm not going to get into that. Being mindful, I don't want to get into the theory of being where the instrument of the mindfulness brain is, because that could be misleading right now and it could be confusing. So, this is the science. We call it scientific stuff, provable stuff.
Where'd you learn it from?
We'll get into that later on. That's another whole nother story. Science and spirituality. Okay. The reason why it needs to be science is because it's a physical being here that we could say it's right here or here or there or here or there. But the reason why it's spirituality is because we can't measure the stuff that are. Hi, my name is Derek. Can I give you my ID here? 50493. We're going to end this video right now. I'm going to continue it later.